going.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Jessica, and today I will be presenting on Hindu culture and how it presents a problem for women in education in India. Imagine the United States where all 300 million Americans cannot read or write. Every single one of us is considered illiterate. That amount, 300 million people, is the amount of people in India who are not literate in their own language. They cannot read or write their own language. Illiteracy, which is defined by the inability to read or write, is a disadvantage that is mostly seen in women in India. Due to the caste system prevalent in Indian culture, which is a Hindu-derived social hierarchy, women are at the bottom of society. While the caste system does not directly say that a woman cannot receive an education, gender inequality is prevalent in society, and this in culture is exemplified in statistical gaps between men and women in literacy rates in India. It is crucial for women to be given equal access to education, not only so that they may be empowered against the rampant sexism seen as their culture, but so that they may rise in the workforce and help India as a country. Gender inequality was boldly brought to light in the wake of a recent and horrific rape of an Indian university student in India. Women have been since protesting for change in their culture, and education of women is one way to begin tackling this incredible problem. Statistically, the gap is evident. As of 2011, 82% of males were considered literate, while only 65% of women could read across the country. Now, this has improved since 2001, where male literacy rates were at 76% and female literacy rates were at 54%. However, there is still a major gap that needs to be addressed. The lower female literacy rate could be occurring for a plethora of reasons, most tying back to the caste system's ideals implemented on women. Women are expected to do household chores and may be kept back from school if they feel that they are not able to help their house. Their parents may hold them back also for marriage. Parents may pull girls out of school once they hit puberty so that they will not mingle with males, or because they need to be less educated than any prospective spouses in order to marry. Marriage is a big part of Indian culture, and if they're not able to marry, it can pose a significant problem in their access not only to education, but in general. School can be far away or expensive, and parents are much more willing to sacrifice their resources in order to send a son to school than a woman, because they have a better chance in the job market, and they will be able to help family in the end, as opposed to the woman who is not guaranteed a job and may not be able to support their family or get married, which would be their financial support. But how should this problem of the gender gap in education, so vast and culturally complicated, be addressed? Due to the nature of the problem and its infinite root cause, we should instead address the symptoms. Using a utilitarian perspective, if the woman were to be educated and therefore brought into the workforce, the Indian economy could be greatly improved. There are 1.1 billion people in India, and 550 million people are not able to get the education that they need, or are not able to receive it equally. By harnessing those 550 million females, India could see a great improvement in their economy, not only as themselves, but in a global economy. From a Christian perspective, we recognize that as sinners, we are all equal in our sinful nature, and no man is above the other. This is where we develop our sense of equality. As Christians, we understand the necessity to aid others that Jesus has called to us. And this is where the concept of aiding females in education is easy to understand morally. However, although the diverse Indian culture may not completely encompass the Christian ideals, they share an ideal of a higher hierarchy and a divine nature. And through this, we can promote the idea to. This is more.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. But anyway, by addressing the symptoms, there is a greater chance of witnessing the female literacy rate and subsequently their role in the job market rise. Because India is so large and culturally diverse, funding and government aid for education should be at a state level as opposed to a generalization for the country. The government should provide incentives for girls to attend school, such as scholarships, and to finish school, such as job opportunities. This is important for India as a country. It is important for the women to help themselves in the aid of rampant sexism, and it should be imperative for us to help.
Thank you.